Okay, today we'll start problems on simultaneous linear equation. I hope you already know how to solve simultaneous equation. So in this problem sum, the main thing we have to understand that how can we frame the two equations. Now naturally every information will be given in the question. So from that question you have to frame equations. Now we have to use some we have to while converting from sentence to mathematical equation, you have to remember some of the thing. For example, when it says times means multiply, more means plus, less means minus. Like if say 5 times a certain number, so that means 5 into x. And when I say 5 more than a certain number, then it is x plus 5. When it is 5 less than a certain number, I say x minus 5. So all this you have to understand. So slowly you can understand. If you see this, you can understand and try to frame your equation. Now here generally I will just explain you how to frame the equation. I will not solve the equations. Okay, so you should copy all the questions. Answers are given. I am just telling you how to frame, and then you will complete that solution. Okay. Now see this first question. What they told. A man buys postage stamps of denomination 25 paisa and 50 paisa for rupees 10. That means he bought some 25 paisa stamps and some 50 paisa stamps. We don't know how much, but the total valuation of those stamps is how much? Rupees 10. And how many total stamp he have? He has 28 stamps in all. Now we have to find the number of 25 paisa stamps. So we can start like this. Let the number of 25 paisa stamps is equal to x and number of 50 paisa stamps is equal to y. Now the first equation we can frame from this, because they told he buys 28 stamps in all. So therefore we can say simply that x plus y equals to 28. So which is number 1. Now second equation we can frame from this statement. Now what they told, 25 paisa stamps and 50 paisa stamps, and the total valuation of the stamp is rupees 10. Now if you see number of 25 paisa stamp is x. So what is the cost of this x stamp? The cost of this x stamp will be 25 into x, because one stamp cost 25 paisa. So therefore x stamp costs 25x paisa. Similarly, y stamp of this type, the total valuation of this type is how much? 50y paisa, right? So is it not required? Therefore we can say also 25x paisa, I am not writing paisa here, 25x paisa plus 50y paisa, and that should be is equal to, it is rupees 10, so I should write here 1000 paisa. So the total valuation is 1000 paisa, rupees 10 means 1000 paisa. So we got this second equation. Now if you simply solve this two equation by better, you can also do in elimination. Here you can do in substitution also, it's very easy. But generally you should prefer always, I told you before also, that elimination method is better. So when you solve this, finally you get what? You will get x equals to 16 and y is equal to, naturally y is equal to, you will get 12, because the total number is 20, it's 12, so you will get that answer. Okay, understand? Okay. Now before coming to the second question, first of all let us understand something about two-digit number, how a two-digit number is formed and all. Let us take an example. Say I take 65. Now 65 is a two-digit number. where you know this 6 is known as the tens digit. This is known as the tens digit, and this is known as the ones digit, or we say unit digit. Unit digit. So always a 2-digit number, naturally it consists of a tens digit and unit digit. Now why it is known as tens digit and unit digit? Because you know, if you expand 65, in junior classes you have done expand, then that actually means 6 tens plus 5 ones, right? 6 tens. Now 6 tens actually means what? 60. So there is 6 tens means 60 plus 5, and then it become 65. Understand? So remember, 2-digit number mathematically does not mean ki 6 and 5 just sitting together. Now suppose you have to understand this concept, very important. First time many of the students don't understand. Now suppose if I take, let the tens digit be x and let the unit digit be y. I can't write xy. I can't write xy. The 2-digit number is not xy. It looks like 65, 6 and 5. But this 6, 5 actually means 60 plus 5, and that actually means 65. And where 6 is the tens digit and 5 is the unit digit. So if I take tens digit as x and unit digit as y, I should not write xy, because xy actually means x into y mathematically. So don't think that 6 and 5 is just sitting like this. 6 and 5 mathematically sitting like this means you will think that it is 6 into 5 then. So logically it is multiply. So in that case, you know what I have to write now. If I start, now let the tens digit. Now suppose I have to frame a 2-digit number. I have to make a 2-digit number in which I take, let the tens digit be x and unit digit be y. Then the numbers, then the number is, I should write 10x plus y, is it not? I should write 10x plus y, because here also you can understand 6 is the tens digit and 5 is the unit digit. Then the number is what? Number is 10 into 6 plus 5, then it becomes 65. So here also if I take, let the tens digit be x and unit digit be y, then the number will be 10x plus y. And now suppose 65, and if suppose if I get reverse number. Now if I say what is the reverse of 65, now reverse of 65 is 56. Now say 65. So reverse of this is 60. Now 65 means, say if I take the 2-digit number as 10x plus y, the original number, then in this case the reverse number will be what? The reverse number will be 10y plus x, naturally. So understood this concept what I have explained to you now? Okay. Now with this reference I will show you an example ki how a question can be formed. Okay. Okay, now see this. Now here they told the sum of the digits of a 2-digit number is 11. And if 9 is added to the number means the original number, the digit gets reversed. Find the number. Now I know the answer, and therefore just let me explain you what they want to say. I know the answer is, say suppose 56 is the number. Just try to understand. This is a 2-digit number. Now this 56, how you write? According to this expansion, I write 10 into 5 plus 6. Now try to understand ki if I add 9 to this number, you see what happens?
65.
It becomes 65, and now the digit get reversed. Now that means it becomes 10 into 6 plus 5. So that means if I take that original number as 10x plus y, then you can, now if you can compare with that what we have done. Now if I start with similarly, let the tens digit, now this you have to write first always, let the tens digit is equal to x and unit digit is equal to y, and therefore the number is 10x plus y. Now this statement you have to always write. What they told, the sum of the digit is 11.
That's why.
Yes. So therefore first of all I can say that x plus y is equal to 11. So this is my first equation. And second equation, what they told, ki if 9 is added to the number, to this number, so that means also what I can say that 10x plus y is the number,
Plus 9.
and then plus 9, and then the digit get reversed,
10y plus
right? Then the digit will become what? 10y plus x. Now if you see this thing is only happening now, because you see 56 plus 9 is becoming,
55.
now 56 means 10 into 5 plus 6. I am adding 9 and then I am getting what? 10 into 6 plus 5. Now compare with algebra now. Original number was 10x plus y. With 10x plus y I am adding this 9. I am adding this 9. Then the equation will become what? It will become 10y plus x. Understand? So that is what I have done here. Now from there I will get the second equation. 10x minus x I will get 9x, and y minus 9y is equal to 0, and then I get x minus y is equal to 0, and this will be my second equation. Okay, and after solving this I can get is equal to 11 and x minus y is equal to 0. I am just solving to show you that I am getting same.
Plus
Oh, 9. No, there was 9. Sorry. It is 10x.
equation.
Second one will be this 9x minus 9y is equal to minus 9. Sorry. 9x. Here it will be minus 9. Oh, understand? 10x minus x, y minus 10y, and 9 goes there. I can take 9 common here. X minus y is equal to minus 9, and finally I get x minus y is equal to minus 1. I get, right? 9 will cancel. Now we can solve this. X plus y is equal to 11 and x minus y is equal to minus 1. Now simply adding it, I get what? 2x is equal to 10 and x is equal to 5. Now if x is equal to 5, x plus y is equal to 11. So I get 5 plus y is equal to 11, y is equal to 6, and therefore the number is, I have to write like this, 10x plus y, which means 10 into 5 plus 6, I get 56. So 56 is my answer. Understand? Okay, here also the sum of the digit of our 2-digit number is 5. So we will start as usual. Let the tens digit is equal to x, unit digit is equal to y, and therefore the number is 10x plus y. Now what they told, the sum of the digit is 5, so therefore first of all we can say it is x plus y is equal to 5. So this is the first equation. And then they told the digit obtained by increasing the digit in the tens place by unity. Now what is the digit in the tens place? Digit in the tens place is x. By unity means 1. Unit means 1. Unit digit, unit means 1. By unity. So that means the digit obtained by increasing the digit in the tens place by unity. So I can say that increased 10 digit number. Increased 10 digit number. Increased 10 digit number is x plus 1. Right? So this is the digit what I got according to this. The digit obtained. The digit obtained is this. Now what happens? The digit obtained by increasing the digit in the tens place by unity, that means this. So according to the question I can say this number what I got is equal to, is means is equal to 1/8 of the number. 1/8 of the number means of the original number. So 1/8 of the number means 1/8 into 10x plus y. So understand? So you got this first equation. Now you have to simplify a little bit to get this as a second equation. What do you get? 8x plus 8 is equal to 10x plus y, and then you can solve this. You can make x positive, no problem. 8 equals to 10x minus 8x plus y. So 8 is equal to what? 2x plus y. So finally what I got? 2x plus y is equal to 8. So this is my second equation, and then after solving I can get x and y, and then I can get the number. Okay. Here you can understand it's related with fraction. So numerator and denominator. Now if the numerator and denominator of a fraction is increased by 2 and 1 respectively, it becomes 3 by 4. And if the numerator and the denominator are decreased by 2 and 1 respectively, it becomes 1 by 2. You have to find the original fraction. Now if I take, start with let the numerator be x and denominator be y, therefore the fraction is x by y. So in case of a fraction sum, you have to always write this statement, start with this. Now what they told, according to the question, the first equation is what? If the numerator is increased by 2 and the denominator is increased by 1. So naturally I can say the numerator is increased by 2 and the denominator is increased by 1. So the new fraction becomes this. But according to this, they told what? It becomes 3 by 4. So very easy, you can understand. Is equal to 3 by 4. So you can cross multiply and then set, and then you can get this one as first equation. And similarly the second one. Second one also, it will be minus because they told decrease. So x minus 2 by y minus 1, and that will be how much? 1 by 2, and from there you will get the second equation, and then after solving you will get the fraction. Okay, your answer will be x by y. So suppose you get 2 and 3, so your answer will be 2 by 3, like this. Okay. Okay, now this is age problems. Now they told 6 years hence a man's age will be 3 times as his son's age. 6 years hence means after 6 years. And 3 years ago, 3 years before, he was 9 times as old as his sons. So find their present ages. So we can start with, let the present age of father be x, and son, present ages of father be x and son be y. So this, now what they told, after 6 years this will happen, not now, because now the present age is this and this. Now after 6 years what will happen? The man's age will be 3 times his son's age. Now after 6 years. Now try to understand. Man's age will be 3 times his son's age. So man's age is how much? X. Will be means is equal to man's age is, or man's age will be equal to how much? 3 times his son's age. So it will be 3y. Man's age is equal to, after 6 years, first of all I have to find after 6 years. Okay, the statement told this, but present age of man is x. So after 6 years the age of the man will become this. And similarly, say after 6 years man's age is x plus 6 and son's age will be y plus 6, and then I will put them in this relation. So because this is their present age x and y, from now after 6 years man's age will become this, son's age will become this, plus 6 plus 6. But what is the relation they told? That man's age will be 3 times that of son's age. So after 6 years, according to the question, man's age is this, will be means equals to 3 3 times 3 times the sun's age. So this is the first equation. So we have to set this equation: x plus 6, 3y plus 18, and then I get x minus 3y equals to 12. So that will be my first equation. And my second equation will be 3 years ago, related with 3 years ago. Okay. So they told 3 years ago. So again, like this, I will do 3 years ago. Now 3 years ago, what was the man's age?
X minus
Percentage x. So 3 years ago, the man's age was x minus 3, and son's age was y minus 3. And 3 years ago, what was the condition? 3 years ago, the condition was the man's age will be was 9 times the son's age. So that means 3 years ago, according to the question, man's age is how much? X minus 3 was in fact 9 times the son's age. 9 times the son's age. So that's simple. So here also I will get the second equation: x minus 3 and 9y minus 27, and then x minus 9y is equal to minus 24. So you get this one as second equation, and then you can solve it. Okay. Okay, now see there. The taxi charges in a city consist of a fixed charge together with charges for the distance covered. You know, when you get up in a taxi, there is a fixed charge. You have to pay this, and then per kilometer they charge. Understand? So like this, the system was there. Say, suppose I have to. They are traveling 10 kilometers, so fixed a particular amount they have to give, and then per kilometer some rupees, then into 10 total. So that is the thing. They told for a distance of 10 kilometers, the charge paid is rupees 105, and for a journey of 15 kilometers, the total charge paid is rupees 155. What are the fixed charge and what are the charges per kilometer? Now if I start like this, and actually then the second part you will get it. Let the fixed charge be x, means in fact rupees x, right? And charged per kilometer is rupees y. So that means for 1 kilometer charges is rupees y. For 2 kilometer it will be 2y, 3 kilometer 3y, and plus this fixed charge x rupees. So in the first case for a distance of 10 kilometer, that is for 10 kilometer journey, how much I have to pay? X is the fixed charge, this much, plus 10y, is it not? 10y, because y per kilometer, so there is total, it is 10 kilometer, so this much I have to pay total. So that means this is equals to 105. This is equals to 105. So this becomes your first equation. And then second case, for 15 kilometer journey, again fixed charge x rupees I have to give, and plus 15y, 15 kilometer journey to. So y ke, understand? 15y. So this much I have to pay, and this is equal to 155. So this becomes 155. Okay, now after solving you will get it. So you will get x as 5 and y as 25. Now y is 10. Okay, so I'll tell you that x is 5. So your answer, you just write the answer will be x is equal to 5 rupees, and y will get us 10 rupees. Okay, 5 rupees and 10 rupees. So y is 5, and so this is the first one, and then the second part. Second part means for traveling 25 kilometer, so that answer will be 255. Second answer will be, so this is the part 1 answer, and this is 255. Okay, so we'll get x as 5. X is the fixed charge, and per kilometer charge is rupees 10, and for a person traveling 25 kilometer, he have to pay rupees 255. So this will be the answer. Okay. Okay, they told here, on selling a tea set at 5% loss and a lemon set at 15% profit, a shopkeeper gains 70 rupees. And again, if he sells the tea set at 5% gain and lemon set at 10% gain, then he gains 130 rupees. Find the cost price of the lemon set. Now if I start with like this, okay, let the cost price of lemon set is equal to rupees x, and tea set is equal to rupees y. Now first case, profit and loss is always calculated on cost price. Now suppose if the shopkeeper cost price is 500 cost price and profit is 10%, then I directly get profit. How much? 10% of 500. So I directly get 50 rupees profit. So if I know the cost price 500, I directly, and the profit is 10%, I can directly get profit from the cost price 10%. Similarly, I can directly get the loss, because profit and loss is directly calculated on CP. Now suppose I gain 100 rupees from tea set and I lost 20 rupees in lemon set. So my gain on one by selling one article, I am gaining 100, and by selling another article, I am losing rupees 20. Then what will be my final profit? My final profit will be rupees 80. 100 rupees I gained from one place, and in the other place I lost 20. So my final profit will be 80. So the same concept is here in the first case. Okay. The first case they told 5% loss. Now according to the question, I can say 5% loss on tea set, and lemon set how much? 15% gain. So lemon set was this x. So I can say from lemon set this much is the gain, 15% of x from lemon set. And from tea set how much is the loss? 5%. So there will be minus, and then I'll write 5% of y. And altogether how much I got?
70.
I got 70. Now we have to simplify this, and then I have to frame this equation. So I can 5 3s and 5 20 and 5 and 20. So finally I can take 20 LCM. So I get here 3x minus y is equal to 70, and finally I get 3x minus y is equal to 1400. So this becomes my first equation. Similarly, second case, again, now in second case it will be plus, because both is profit. So again, second case, what I get? If he sells the tea set at 5% gain and lemon set at 10% gain, now lemon set was x, so I will write 10% of x plus, and 5% in tea set, 5% of y, and you are getting how much? 130. So similarly here also, okay, 5 and 20. So what I get? X by 10 plus y by 20, and then again 200 LCM. 10 into 2, I get 20x. Oh sorry, 20 LCM. Why 200? 20 and then I get 2x plus y 130. Finally I get 2x plus y is equal to 26 and 0. So this is the second equation. Okay, understand? Okay, and the answer for the lemon set, answer is rupees 800 for the lemon set. Lemon set means you have to find the value of x. Understand?